If you thought the NFL offseason was quiet, think again. This summer Kirk Cousins has flipped the script, not just on the field but off it too, and it's all thanks to a brand new Netflix docuseries called Receiver. Let's rewind for a second. Kirk Cousins, the veteran quarterback known for his steady arm and even steadier attitude, left the Minnesota Vikings after 6 seasons. He landed with the Atlanta Falcons in March 2024, signing a massive 4-year, $180 million deal. At the time, it looked like a fresh start. Atlanta needed a leader, Cousins needed a new home. On paper, it all fit, but in Receiver, Cousins drops a bombshell. He felt misled by the Falcons during free agency. He says, "I had no reason to leave Minnesota." That's not coming from some rookie still finding his way. That's a statement from a guy who's played the business side of football for over a decade. Cousins opens up about a free agency process that was anything but straightforward. He calls it confusing and frustrating. The main issue? The Falcons gave him every reason to believe he'd be their clear starting quarterback. But just weeks after that contract ink dried, Atlanta drafted Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback from Washington, with the 8th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Here's the kicker: Cousins says he had no idea the Falcons were even considering drafting a quarterback that early. So imagine stepping into a new team, ready to lead, and suddenly realizing there's a plan for your replacement already in motion. Cousins admits he felt blindsided and misled. He says, "I wish there had been more transparency." On the Falcons side, GM Terry Fontenot and head coach Raheem Morris insist drafting Penix was about the future. They say Cousins is still their guy for the 2024 season. But for Cousins, that assurance came after the fact. He even doubled down on his loyalty to Minnesota, saying he'd have preferred to stay if the Vikings had made a competitive offer. Of course, the Vikings didn't. They let Cousins walk, then grabbed J.J. McCarthy to fill the QB gap. The whole situation has fans and analysts buzzing, especially about how teams communicate with their franchise players. Should free agency be this murky? Is it just business, or does it cross a line? Cousins' honesty in Receiver has struck a nerve. People see the human side, the loyalty, the frustration, the feeling of being caught off guard. At the end of the day, it's a reminder that the NFL isn't just about highlight reels and big contracts. It's about trust, honesty, and the real connections between teams and players. So as the season kicks off, all eyes are on Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is still the starter, but the story behind the scenes